The song that I'm gonna analyze is Feel Good Inc. Incorporation from Gorillaz featuring De La Soul, who's a rapper. And Gorillaz is a virtual British band, and that means that the members are not real people, but they're like animated characters, and there's four of them, and there's also two real life members. And this song was released in May 2005 in the album Demon Days, which is their top album up to now. And the song is a mix of rap from De La Soul with hip hop, with an alteration of hip hop and funk rock. And Gorillaz songs are not all alterations of like hip hop and punk rock. There's actually other genres. And well, this song, the instruments, there's not many. There's only three, at least the ones that I can hear. And throughout almost all the song, except from one part, I think it was the chorus where the drums or the bass was out. But the song is almost throughout the whole way from the beginning to the end, heavy drums and bass sounds, like really heavy. And there's some guitar at the chorus. And this song, what is really cool about it, I guess, it contains this like maniac laughter at the beginning, middle, and end of the song. And the kind of tone that the singer has is like dazed, like he's too confused, he's not gripping it well. And so the song kind of talks about how the media and the leaders that are behind it are corrupting the society and taking advantage of it. So they're like mentally slaving the citizens of this town or city by mentally slaving them with media, and that no one alone can stand against them because they just are not powerful enough, and that eventually they will be consumed by all this media. Their souls, not only their soul dies, but they just physically can't do anything for themselves anymore, and they are kind of brought down with the media with all this kind of sins, with sloth, gluttony, lust, together with like sex without love, drugs, and basically fake things that bring them fake happiness, not real happiness. But they don't know what real happiness is, so they're not really complaining, they're not doing anything about it, and they don't really know that they're being mentally enslaved. And so in this song there's two speakers, and I'm guessing both of them are male because the singers are male, and one of them is the main singer. So there's the singer and the rapper, and the singer sounds very mature and intelligent because he stands out since he's the only one compared to all the other people that actually is aware of what's going on. Like he knows that they're being under control, and even though he really wants to do something about it, he also is kind of lured to just act like the rest of the people, and he knows that he can't do anything about it because he is an individual and he doesn't have enough power to fight against the leaders who are really high up compared to him. He's nothing compared to them. And I'm guessing it's first person for both of them, but the singer kind of has this third person at times because he's not only talking about his situation, but he's talking about the people. And there's one part though that he says, "Let's turn forever you and me," and I'm guessing the you, it's kind of second person, but it's only a line. And then there's the rapper, who he symbolizes the leader. So not the tone, because the tone is just like kind of rapping with a crazy laughter, but his words are really controlling and powerful, and he knows that he has all that power, and he's also aware that the singer knows that they're being under like control and all that, under this spell that the leader has put on top of them. But he's not scared because he knows that the singer can't do anything against him. And so mainly the song kind of has the theme of like corruption, and that the leader, I mean, controlling the citizens, who they are unaware that they're of what's going on, and they're following orders from the leader that they don't even know that they're receiving, because with all this like media that entertains them enough, brings them this fake happiness, they don't have anything to complain about. And this song, in order to understand it really well, one has to watch the video with the song. And so, briefly saying, the video shows Feel Good Incorporations, which is a building that's a skyscraper, it's really high, and at the bottom part of like where the streets are, there's a lot of like police sirens and gun shootings and all this screaming. And then there's, going up to the tower, there's like this cloud layer, and at the top it's like the topmost of Feel Good Incorporation, where these people that are mentally enslaved are there. And so their view is kind of blocked by the reality that's going down there. And there's like the screens showing this social media where the leader appears, and he has his little like long, I mean, rap. And so for the commentary, I'm going to divide my analysis by literary devices and my weakest. So first is rhyme, and I mean, rhyme is throughout the whole song. It's almost, I mean, throughout the whole song, and it doesn't necessarily make it easier for the listener to understand the lyrics, but it's very mnemonic, and that means like memory enhancing. It really sticks to your head, and the more one listens to the song, the easier it does become to understand. It's easier to understand. And an example is, you've got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style, a melancholy town where we never smile. Kind of shows that, it says that people are, their goals are not really theirs, they're fake. They're going towards that horizon, but it's ephemeral, which means brief. And ephemeral also, it's kind of a powerful diction for me. And a melancholy town where we never smile. So I don't know about never smiling, because they are receiving this fake happiness, but it's kind of saying that there's no sincere smiling anymore in this place. And gonna bite the dust, can't fight with us, it's said by the leader when he's rapping, and he's kind of communicating with the singer at this point. And what he's saying is that he's trying to tell the singer that he'll eventually fall for this spell, and he can't do anything against the leader. So for imagery, there's a lot of imagery, visual, and there's also auditory. An example for visual is windmill for the land. So in the video there's this, and you can also imagine it, a windmill on this land. And windmills actually kind of symbolize, they say, this free kind of change, because windmills turn wheat to grain. And so he wants to go to this land where the windmill is, which is the land of freedom, where he can be more than just another citizen. And like auditory imagery, I mean, would be, all I want to hear is a message beep. So this shows that even though he wants to make a difference, he's being lured to just be like the rest, and it would be so much easier for him to do that. So it's kind of like he wants to do it, and it helps the listeners. The imagery helps the listeners like visualize this kind of exaggerated version of our reality. It's really interesting. And for the third and last, I'm gonna talk about symbolism, because symbolism is all the way through the song, and it's really strong, because even though I bet many people kind of know, because this song kind of shows our reality in an exaggerated version, like I said, everybody that is informed enough should kind of know that we are mentally enslaved. But in it's kind of hard to put into words, just exactly words. And this song has many symbolisms that kind of shrink all that definition that has to be made, like cities breaking down on a camel's back. So camel's back apparently mean like servitude and like helping out without complaining. And so it kind of says that the city is breaking down the city because citizens are not thinking for themselves and they are just following rules. Like they're not thinking, they're just acting. And another example is It's My Chocolate Attack. So this is part of the rap, and it's kind of saying that, so when one eats chocolate, there's this hormones that are released that bring happiness. It's kind of like the happy hormones, and it's kind of saying that all this media is bringing them that kind of happiness, even though it's not like the actual happiness. And the symbols really help for the composition of this song. And I mean, it, like I said, it makes it so much shorter to explain, because like standing, like the symbol stands for something complicated as control over others and addiction, by just saying that it's like eating chocolate. And so for my conclusion, the song shows ignorance among us, and that very slowly is consuming and killing us. But do we really know that? No. We're not aware, and ironically, we like this feeling. It gives us these bad things, fake things, that appeal us, like they make us blind of what is really happening, because we don't really care. We just like the good feeling. It also suggests that there might be out there some people like this singers who are more, have opened their minds and know what's going on, but alone they can't change it because they don't have the power. And it's kind of like that thing of tearing one piece of paper is really easy, but if you grab 20 papers together and stack them and try to tear them, it's really hard. It's nearly impossible, at least for me. And so it says that one person can't do it, but change can only be done by a crowd. And I kind of say that I can relate to this song, but unfortunately not as the singer, and fortunately not as the leader. But I kind of identify myself as part of the many ignorance that there is. So I mean, I kind of understand all this mental slavery, but the media entertains me. And even I'm not like into drugs or sex at all, but eating more than I need, gluttony, lying when it's convenient, not bothering to give my best at all times, it's like sloth. It shows that I am literally living by the words ignorance is bliss, and I don't feel like I need to change it. Maybe I haven't found that real happiness, or maybe I have, that this song kind of talks about in this windmill in the land, but I don't feel like I need to find it.